Okay, and welcome back. In this video, let's talk about protecting your own intellectual property. My name is Mark Hong and the founder of markhong.com. Why protect your intellectual property, right? And we're going to talk about the China intellectual property laws. Creating a great product takes a lot of your time and effort, right? Sometimes it might be a team effort and you have spent your hard cash, your sweat into it, and you want to make sure that whatever product that you are making is going to be protected, that you are not going to get ripped off by the supplier. So having your intellectual property protected is a great way to protect your investments. Okay, so now before you commit to a supplier, realize that your ideas are not yours until you have actually properly protect them, protected them. Okay, and so something for you to know that the IP law in China is first to register. Okay, which means whoever that takes the idea and register, they have, the first right. Okay, so there's nothing you can do about it. I think it probably makes the job of the IP office a lot simpler. Okay, so if you need to protect your product, make sure that you are the first to register. Okay, um, and another thing is, it's quite affordable to have your patent or trademark registered in China. So don't worry about it. Okay, it's not like in the States, it will cost you somewhere around $30,000 to get a utility patent or something like that, right? So it's in the under a couple thousands of dollars. So if I remember correctly, but it's very, very affordable. So if it's a great idea, make sure that you want to get that protected, or else you might be ripped off. Okay, or worst scenario, I had scenario where you know supplier, right? They will look at, they will get a great idea from their customer, and they, in order to protect their own interests, as well, they decide to go spend a little bit of money and register the product, right? Then you kind of stuck, right? You cannot work with any other supplier because now they own that patent, and you know they are the only one who can produce it in China. Okay, so be careful with that, right? And and make sure that the Chinese suppliers don't register them before you, and so you will be able to, in the scenario that if you need to move from supplier A to supplier B, or you need to have multiple supplier making the product for you, then you want to make sure that you register your patent, register your trademark. Okay, so here's how you protect your IP. Okay, you can either hire Chinese IP attorney. I know I mentioned this probably more than a couple of times, but it's to drive in the point. You go through this entire training, and we all tend to be forgetful. So throughout this training, I might seem to be repeating myself, but very important. Okay, I want to make sure to drive the point in. So you can either hire a Chinese IP attorney, okay, or you want to hire a reputable agency who can help you protect your interest, okay, and whether it's help you draft the contract, hire IP attorney, okay, and you want to make sure that before you start sharing your ideas with the supplier, that you will have some type of non-disclosure agreement, NDA signed, okay? And once you, have already had discussion before you're sending anything more concrete, you will have a mutual working agreement in dual language as usual, made up. Okay, great. All right, so let's go to work, right? Start, go through the IP, make sure your products are not infringing someone else's IP, and also brainstorm. If you need to protect your own IP, make sure that you do so before you talk to your supplier. Okay, so I'll see you on the next training.